vehicle, to which the male acquaintance did. He exited the vehicle. The female acquaintance refused to exit the vehicle. One of the officers attempted to remove her from the vehicle, and it was during that exchange where she put the car in drive and drove off, dragging the officer in the parking lot. The other officer, who was nearby, noticed that the officer was in distress and in fear and safety of his own life, but he also saw the vehicle coming toward him. The vehicle was therefore being used as a weapon. That officer discharged his weapon multiple times into the car, wounding the female passenger. Yet and still, our original officer, was still dragging from the car. She then ran into one of our Dolton squad cars and proceeded eastbound here on Sibley, running into this particular bike shop, yet and still with our officer still being drugged. Both officers were immediately transported to the hospital. Initially, we had reported that both were in very serious condition. I'm happy to say that one of the officers have been downgraded, appears to be okay. But yet our original officer, who was drugged, is in very, very serious condition. The mayor and police chief are at the hospital. We are asking all of our Dolton residents and Cook County residents to pray for our officers. Both families have now been contacted. Officers run into these particular matters. They don't run away from them. But once again, the officer saw the car being used as a weapon. There's body cam footage. There's footage from the video at the Baba's restaurant, and obviously there's residential videos in the area. And the Illinois State Police is currently investigating the matter. And so it won't be much I have to say beyond that, because I don't want to jeopardize the integrity of their investigation. So I'll just take a few questions.
One, do you have any idea when the body camera video may be released? And the second part of the question is, what was the woman wearing? Did she ever get out of the car? Or?
To the initial, I'll refer that to the Illinois State Police, but Baba's was closed. The restaurant was closed. She appeared to be very upset that she couldn't receive service. The restaurant had actually been closed for 30 minutes. And it was 12:55 was the first call that came in. So there was some form of exchange, and we want to applaud the employees at the Baba's for giving us an accurate description, because the officers knew what they were up against once they arrived.
Has anyone viewed the body cam video and conveyed to you what it showed?
I can only say that the Illinois State Police took control of the video as by policy in every jurisdiction, so we'll refer that to them.
Has the woman been identified?
Not as of yet. We'll let the medical examiner make that determination. All of those matters will be has been conveyed to the Illinois State Police, and we won't jeopardize again the integrity of their investigation.
You said the officer feared for his life when the vehicle.
Of course, the officer feared for us. There was the car is being used as a weapon. Our officer's being drugged. That's fear for life. The officer to which the car was pointed in direction. That's fear for life. Next question.
The other thing, I have two questions. One, what was the woman wearing during all this, and was a gun found in the car near the restaurant?
The Illinois State Police will answer the latter, but to the first point, it appeared she was in a halter top only. So we don't understand the rationale behind that, but that's indeed what was going on. The employees are at the police station giving us an accurate account of everything that happened, along with the video coverage, as well as residential videos, and also the male acquaintance is cooperating as well.
Has he been charged?
We're still early on, not as yet. And I'll have more information on that. If there is a charge, I'll let you know.
The officer dragged all the way. He was dragged all
yes,
the way
all the way here. Yes.
Has anyone interviewed him yet? Has he said why?
Well, right now the question is I don't know, but this officer is in very serious condition, so we're going to be very sensitive to his injuries, and I'm pretty sure that everyone, the Illinois State Police, is being very cautious in that, because our concern right now, we have two officers that are very hurt. One that has been upgraded, thank God, but we still have an officer still fighting there, and don't know if it's life-threatening, but yet and still, he went to a very traumatic experience.
Did the woman?
I can't hear you.
Shots were fired.
That has yet to be determined, but we know multiple, at least three, toward the offender, the now deceased offender.
But she did not fire any shots?
We don't know that as of yet.
Was she hit 3 times, or just 3 shots were fired?
3 shots were fired in her direction, at least.
At least. Did anyone at the restaurant, they said that she had a gun. Did she point the gun at anybody there?
Don't have that information right now. All that's being coalesced at the police station with the Illinois State Police. We got the first call at 12:55 a.m. The restaurant, apparently, according to the employees, had been closed, and even some of the lights off, and she was complaining that she wanted service, even though they were closed.
I heard from a neighbor that there was another shooting incident.
I'm not aware of any other shooting incident. Nothing.
Did,
No.
did her companion
Well,
say
go here,
how
then we'll
old
go here.
she
I'm sorry.
is?
I'm sorry.
So you're talking about the officer that was that. Do you know, was he caught in it, or how exactly was he fooled by the vehicle?
Well, that's still kind of sketchy, but he was halfway in the vehicle trying to remove her, and that's when she took off.
Do we know if she was holding him though, or if he was holding her?
Don't know that as of yet, but he was being drugged. I can just say that legitimately.
What is the companion who was with this woman? What has he said about her? With
Can't
her
go into that
age
right
or
now.
Where she's from? Was she on anything? Nothing.
We won't release that as of today. If we have something later, the Illinois State Police will authorize that. Yeah, he's at the station being questioned.
But he hasn't been charged with anything.
Not as of yet, or if. I don't know yet.
And he hasn't been identified?
He won't be identified at this point, no. Any other questions? We want the general public to stay in prayer for our officers. Obviously, 1 in the morning is very traumatic, but again, this vehicle was being used as a weapon. The fellow officer feared the safety of his fellow officer's life. He acted accordingly to training. We support these officers, and every day these policemen wake up not knowing what they're going to run into because they don't run away from anything. And so we applaud the Baba employees who gave us an accurate account that at least gave the officers some kind of resemblance of what they were running into.
How many employees were there at the time?
Not sure
Has
yet.
it been closed
Multiple
or-
employees, but I don't have an accurate.
Was there a weapon recovered from the vehicle?
I'll have that information later. I just want to be able to get briefed by the Illinois State Police and our detectives. All right? Thanks, guys. You guys